One Zambia, one nation, and this is Zanis News. The headlines. Small business to receive government support. Government to distribute over 4,700 bags of maize to hunger-hit Chama district. Tomato farmers urged to abandon pour for stews in tomato farming. Plus, Green Buffaloes crowned Kawe Open Karate champions. With the news in detail, my name is Margaret Kangwa. President Hakainde Hichilema has assured Zambians of his administration's commitment to enhance the government credit facility window in order to support the growth of small and medium enterprises in the country. President Hichilema called for continued unity and hard work among Zambians as the country seeks to open up the economy to increase job opportunities and business development. The head of state was speaking when he addressed congregants at Choma Central New Apostolic Church in Choma, where Apostle Ringson Ndambo praised President Hichilema for being an icon of peace through his works. We have got more in the following report.
It was another day of worship for the First Family, this time at the Choma Central Apostolic Church. Here, President Hakainde Hichilema reiterated his commitment to opening up the economy by supporting the growth of business enterprises and increasing job opportunities.
I want to emphasize that 2024, part and many of our desires to open up the economy, to create more opportunities for his people, his people, his citizens. That's our agenda. We want to focus on job creation for our people, business opportunities for our people. Climate change, we want to invest more in water harvest so we can irrigate, so we can assure the nation of food for all our families. We want to focus on making credit available to our people so they can enterprise in many ways.
The president also called for a positive attitude among Zambians and embraced diversity in unity as a passport for development.
We look forward into 2024 with a positive attitude. Let me emphasize the message of unity in our country, working together. Diversity is not a passport for disunity. Diversity is a passport to pull in the talents from different components of our society. That's the way I see things. It's on the platform of unity that the country, in fact, the families and the countries will achieve greater things. We need to work hard. As citizens of Zambia, as your chief servant, I want to urge you, going into 2024, we must work hard. We must utilize God's assets, God's gifts to us.
The Choma Central New Apostolic Church Apostle Ringson Ndambo described President Hichilema as an icon of peace.
We are fully aware of the love that you attach to the many Zambians. A selfless servant of us, the citizens of Zambia. We are also aware about the much effort you're doing to unite this country. You are our icon of peace. You don't just talk about it, but you also demonstrate it.
January 1, 2024, the First Family will interact with people of Masuku in the outskirts of Choma.
I would like to inform the nation that the President, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, begins 2024 on the new year, tomorrow, 1st January 2024, by way of interacting with citizens by holding a public New Year rally in Choma Central constituency in Masuku area.
Nchimunya Nalumpa, Zanis, in Choma, Southern Province.
Still in Southern Province, St. Mary's Parish Catholic priest Cletus Mwila has responded to President Hakainde Hichilema's call to hard work by urging Christians in the country to embrace unity and hard work. In his homily this morning, Father Mwila said, Zambia needs good families that should embrace hard work and produce more food for their households and the nation. Here is a report.
While many people are deciding on how to celebrate the new year and figuring out their New Year's resolutions, Christians at St. Mary's Catholic Parish in Choma celebrate the end of 2023 by launching 2024 small Christian community roles and responsibilities at hospital, collection facility, orphanage, and St. Murumba Special School under the theme, a call to communion, participation, and mission. St. Mary's Catholic Parish Priest Cletus Miller wants Christians to embrace the spirit of unity, hard work, and grow enough food for their families as requested by President Hakainde Hichilema.
This year, the head of state, president, has been insisting on planting maize everywhere. And some people laugh even, we want us to all to be farmers in this country. We need to work hard. We need to grow food, all of us. There is no town in these days. We have to live in Toro in Toro, you have to go in Toro, but what I do come to Dura, Olimago, where then hard work. Small Christian communities of St. Mary's this year, they are called to work hard.
And Christians at Mukasa Minor Seminary Center in Choma observed the transition from 2023 to 2024 by embracing family values, hard work, love for one another through focusing to Jesus Christ.
Kapona mazuba aguti migwahimini mini tijigope migwahimazuba no yatenga ba amafoni. We are closer abantu bali kusorwezi winda abantu mbotukala limwe. Swena musi andiswe omwami swena musi andiswe omwami twano.
Gift Banji, Zanis in Choma, Southern Province.
In other news, the Department of National Guidance and Religious Affairs in the Office of the Vice President has sensitized 4 chiefs in Muchinga Province on the contents of Article 8 of the Constitution of Zambia. This is in a bid to increase awareness on national values and principles among traditional leaders and their subjects. Miriam Kumwenda has the details.
Traditional leaders play an important role in fostering moral values in societies as they look after a large number of people. It is for this reason that the Department of National Guidance and Religious Affairs has taken time to sensitize 4 chiefs in Muchinga Province to enlighten them on the content of Article 8 of the Constitution of Zambia, which talks about national values and principles. The 4 chiefs have since welcomed the awareness program.
We strive to support the government on of values. Otherwise, we'll never go forward or develop if we neglect our own national and cultural values.
Nene amapange ya uteko nene kuyasalifya kaninyi ukutila tutwale insi yitu pankolelo ukupitila muikalo uzima ukupitila mukuomba ukupitila muchani mukulemana nditwalemana.
Team leader, who is also National Guidance Assistant Director Godfrey Kaoma, explained on the 6 national values and principles.
What is our mandate as a department? Basically, our mandate is twofold. The first one is to promote the national values and principles as outlined in the Republican Constitution, Article 8. And I think this is the major reason we are here, so that we conscientize the general public, especially in chiefdoms who may not have the privilege of listening to radio and television on national values and principles.
Dignity, equity, equality, non-discrimination, and social justice. Mweba fyashibandi. Iva diulando kwebati. Tufuide tuachita respect umuntu uri wonse mchalo. Regardless of whatever.
Some village headmen also expressed their views on the program. Miriam Kumwenda reporting for Zanis in Muchinga Province.
In healthy news, Minister of Health Sylvia Masebo says Zambia has in the last 24 hours recorded 11 cholera deaths, out of which 7 were brought in dead BIDs. Ms. Masebo attributed the high numbers in BIDs to delays by patients to seek medical attention at healthy facilities. Shalon Walia has details in the following report.
Zambia has continued to record increased cases of cholera, with 203 new cases recorded in the last 24 hours. Additionally, in the last 24 hours, 11 cholera deaths were recorded, of which 7 were brought in dead, a situation which has saddened the Minister of Health.
Past 24 hours nationally, 203 new cases were recorded, of which we have 11 deaths, 86 discharges, and we still have 292 patients in admission. While the deaths, 11 deaths in Lusaka province were also as follows. Kanyama 2 that were actually brought in dead, and 2 facility deaths. Matero had 3 brought in dead. Chipata had 2 brought in dead. And Levi Mwanawasa 2 facility deaths. You can tell from the number that we are beginning to receive people already dead. And this is why we continue to say, please, when you feel that something is wrong, you see yourself vomiting or diarrhea, please rush yourself to the nearest clinic so that you are not brought in dead. Any delay in treating cholera will not help us. Cholera is treatable, but you have to come in quickly.
Would be, I think the lasting solutions would be around addressing these things the minister is calling determinants of poor health. In this case, we need to find a solution as a country to providing of safe drinking water by the population. If they don't get safe drinking water, we will continue to have waterborne problems. Unfortunately, some of them, like cholera, they are life-threatening and they cause huge disruption.
Addressing the media in Lusaka today, Ms. Masebo has disclosed that 20 cancer patients have been evacuated to India for further treatment.
We have sent 20 in the last 2 weeks, I think. We have sent 20 patients to India. Now, as you know, Zambia sends most of its patients to India. But for cancer, we decided to use Tanzania because it was cost effective. But when some of our partners in India saw the deal that we had given to Tanzania, they also jumped on the bandwagon and said, okay, we are also ready to take the patients based on the same amount of money. And this would also include transportation. So the cost of one patient to Tanzania and the cost of the patient to India is the same. So we at least have 2 stations.
The minister further highlighted the key successes the ministry has scored in 2023.
In the area of medical infrastructure and equipment, equitable distribution of adequately equipped health facilities is crucial to improve healthcare service delivery to the people. In 2023, government completed an additional 11 fully equipped health centers, formerly known as mini hospitals. We don't call them mini hospitals, please. They are health centers, bringing the total to 111 out of the planned 115 across all 10 provinces. Furthermore, government is constructing 5 district hospitals. These are level 1 hospitals in Luapula province, Eastern province, and Copperbelt provinces. 1 level hospital in Mambwe district of Eastern province has been completed and handed over to government, while the others, being Chelenge and Mwansabombwe in Luapula province, are due for completion in January next month, 2024. The other 2 of the level 1 hospitals are on the Copperbelt province, particularly one in Kitwe, Chimwemwe, and Chifubu in Dola. And these are at 80% complete and are also expected to be completed early 2024.
Sharon Walia, reporting for Zanis in Lusaka.
In Northwestern Province, government has completed the construction of a maternity wing in Kankombe area of Kifubwa Ward in Solwezi District at a cost of over 500,000 kwacha using the 2022 Constituents Development Fund CDF. Solwezi Central Member of Parliament Stafford Mulusa inspected the project and expressed happiness with the quality of works. Jennifer Mutoshi now gives us the details.
Government keeps striving to make childbearing as comfortable as it can possibly get for expectant mothers through the construction of standard maternity facilities across the country. In Kifua ward of Solwezi Central constituency, Kakombe Health Center has a newly built maternity wing using the Constituency Development Fund, CDF. The area member of parliament inspects the project and is happy with the quality of work.
Maternity clinic worth about 500,000 kwacha. Where you see it there, I think it's ready for handover, but we don't want to hand over an empty structure. So we are waiting for equipment like beds, chairs and everything. I'm sure procurement will be done in January, and within January we want to hand over the same structure. And this local contractor has delivered. And for your information, she's a lady. So we are really impressed with the work of the local contractors here in Solwezi Central constituency.
Solwezi Mayor is also on site.
We thank the President once again for the initiative of CDF. I know that it is a game changer, and for sure, these are some of the projects that are in the district. Very proud of such projects. We are very happy that this will go a long way in terms of giving service to the community.
Meanwhile, the facility in charge is happy with the development.
We just improvised a room where they were delivering from. So now this maternity wing will give them privacy. Yes.
Reporting for Zanis News in Solwezi District, Jennifer Mutoshi.
Well, with that report, we can now take a short break and still to come back with government to distribute over 4,700 bags of maize to hunger-hit Chama district.
Kanti kolera kibutuku manyim. Kolera kibutuku wakusululam. Mutia nani butuku wakolera utasulula ni kutazam. Mutia kula butuku wakolera usula mezi amfuta na araisi aya kwa mutabanim. Mukuliyo ukato kwa mezi mamubili wakingisa kufufulelwam. Mukuliyo ukona kutimela mwahalalihola zeli shumi kazepeli haiva asafumanili kalafo zambuwam. Mutu kona kuyambula choni butuku wakoreram. Kunwa mezi aska keniswa kapa kunwa mezi amasilamu. Kuchalicho ni mazo atezi masila kapa kuitusali ya peiso zetapisizwe ni mezi amasilamu. Kuchalicho zesika kwaelwa ni kuselezwa kwa linzinzimu. Kuchalicho zelobezi ilizeo alisika bukelezwa handem. Kuchalicho zele kisiwa mama kululum. Kuchalitolwana manicholo ni mulo zesika tapiswamu. Luko na chwani kuiselezwa kwa butuku wakoreramu. Kuvilisa mezi akunwa kapa kuvea mwateni chlorine. Mfutuma zeli choza mina pili musikali chakalem. Mukwae li choza mina kaufela kulisileleza kwa linzinzimu. Musike mwa chalicho za mama kululum. Mwitu sekali mbalimba nako kaufela. Mi musike mwa itusisa bikopo kapa mapepa amuyumba zema silamu. Mubone kuli mutabani wala telwa mwakali mbalimbamu. Mubone kuli kalimbalimba kamina kakenile nako kaufela manichwalo ni kukwaelwamu. Lingosale litakumina kuzwa kubalikolo la maketem.
The Disaster Management and Mitigation Unit, DMMU, has allocated over 4,700 bags of relief maize for immediate distribution to hunger-stricken areas of Chama district in Eastern Province. And District Commissioner Yobe Ngoma says the release of the grain is government's response to address the serious hunger ravaging people in both Chama North and South constituencies. Lubasi Mutafela has the details in the following report.
The new crop in the 2023-2024 farming season is already wilting due to insufficient rainfall. Sadly, this is the general picture in Chama South constituents that is still struggling to recover from crop losses from the previous farming season, largely attributed to floods and human-animal conflict.
koma kuzafika chilala chawanga chapitilira vula yataviti ya utasu vyakula vya vitaviti vyose vimia viwonongeka mvula mo yatalamia ntamu tikashanga milisi yose yawonongeka no vula njala yapeleka njala ikulu.
For Chama South Member of Parliament Davison Mungando, the situation spells more trouble in the 2024 in terms of food security.
Mwaonaka hivi ngoma na mvyamirira vula yuoneka cha. So tichali kulomba boma. Now we have double tragedy. Apart from elephants, now because of the drought, there will be nothing for even elephants to eat, nothing for people to eat. Vinzovu vikalianga vyakulia hapa chakachino na vyakulia kuti nzovu zidye kulije mlandu wa chilala.
But government is aware of the situation and has already instituted remedial measures.
The issue of hunger, actually, as government, we've already responded to hunger issues in Chama district. Why I'm saying so is that DMMU has already given us about 236 metric tons, which is about 4,720 by 50 kg bags. So in terms of food security as a district, we are okay. We've already allocated the maize to these wards. Like to Ndunda ward in Chama North, we've already allocated about 398 bags. We are allocating this number of bags based on the population in those areas.
Lobase Mtafela, Zanis, Chama District.
Authorities in Chama District of Eastern Province are appealing to President Hakainde Hichilema to intervene and direct relevant wings of the government to review the current Game Management Act. The District Council is of the view that the current act is working against the local people. And District Council Chairman Gift Kumwenda said that it is important for the government to review the Game Management Act so that it can provide for adequate compensation of victims of human-animal conflict, particularly with the increasing number of people losing lives as a result of wild animal attacks in the district. Mr. Kumwenda says most communities in the area are finding it difficult to lead normal lives and productive ones because the wildlife population has swelled and is now threatening lives of neighboring communities.
My appeal to government here in Chama district is, Chama is a game management area. We appeal to His Excellency, the President, that the people of Chama are requesting that if the Game Management Act can be revised. Currently, the Act only protects the animals, and our people are left naked. If today an animal attacks a human being, there is nothing that is given to our people, no any help, even fuel for our staffs to move from here and check the situation on the ground. It's difficult because the budget that they have do not support that. So we are appealing if this act can be revised so that even our people out there can be protected. We know our president is a caring president. So we appeal that the people of Chama, actually every month we receive a bad news that we've lost one of us from a lion, we've lost one of us from an elephant, we've lost one of us from a crocodile. So it's an appeal to our president that if the act can be revised, it will help our people.
Chisamba District Commissioner Joel Mboyoma has urged tomato farmers in the area to migrate from using wooden poles to steel poles in their tomato farming. Mr. Mboyoma observes that the usage of wooden poles is contributing to indiscriminate cutting down of trees, thereby leading to environmental degradation. The district commissioner wants farmers to adopt sustainable farming methods which help to maintain the ecosystem in the wake of climate change. We take a look at this report by Linda Mupemo.
Tomato farming is one of the rising agribusinesses in Chisamba district in Central Province.
To support the growth of tomato plants, farmers harvest poles from trees, thereby contributing to deforestation.
Mitengo zitandizira tomato kusagwa pansi kuti inkale straight mwamba ikagwa pansi matenga matenda.
Authorities in the district are exploring measures to curb the indiscriminate cutting down of trees by tomato farmers.
We've set period between 2024 and 2026. We've agreed they need to move to using of metal poles, plastic poles, so that trees are actually spared. Trees are very important because they take in carbon dioxide, which is generated, and then they emit oxygen.
We are very much in support of it because at the end of the day, we farmers, we are also affected with the rainfall pattern. So if we're not going to stop with this cutting down of trees, in the 5 years to come, we won't have enough rains. The minimum of trees that you may use in a hectare is 3,500 poles, up to 5,000 poles.
It is anticipated that both the tomato farmers and other stakeholders will come up with a sustainable way of growing tomatoes in line with Sustainable Development Goal number 2, which seeks to promote sustainable food production systems which enhance environmental protection. Linda Mupemo, Zanis, in Chisamba.
The Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development has allocated a site for the construction of Chieftainess Nawaituika's Palace in Akonde District. Senior Chief Affairs Officer in the ministry, Elijah Miembe, has since handed over the site to the Zambia Correctional Service for the commencement of works at a cost of over 4 million kwacha. Mr. Miembe and Nakonde Council Secretary Kayonde Mutakela signed the contract on behalf of the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development, while Isoka District Zambia Correctional Service in charge Chinyamunyamu Banda signed on behalf of the institution. And speaking after the signing of the contract, Nakonde Council Secretary disclosed that the funds for the project were allocated under the Constituents Development Fund CDF. Mr. Mutakela stated that 1 million kwacha has already been set aside to enable the contractor to move on site. Meanwhile, Chieftainess Waituika has thanked President Hakainde Hichilema and his government for fulfilling the promise of building new palaces for chiefs.
We are glad because we have not been able to answer questions from the members of the public and also even the other stakeholders as to when the project is starting. I'm sure we are all aware that the procurement of this particular contract was being done centrally by the ministry, and this is being given to the correctional services, meaning prisons is in the old name, but this is the correctional services are the ones who will be the contractors. In this case, we are part of the client, and also I believe the House of Chiefs will be the project managers, and for us will be the project supervisors at the ground, meaning that every day on the day-to-day running of the project we have to be on site literally all the time to ensure that the project is running well. From here, what we expect is also to do the site handover. The site handover certificate is being signed, so apparently this should be given to the contractor. So we've signed as clients on our part, both the House of Chiefs and also the council, the local authority. So we'll hand over this to the contractor.
We take another break, and when we come back, Green Buffaloes crowned Kabwe Open Karate champions. Stay tuned.
What is cholera?
Cholera is a diarrheal disease. A person with cholera will have severe diarrhea and vomiting. The stool will be watery, like rice water. The patient will become dehydrated due to loss of body fluids. The patient may die within 12 hours if he or she does not get proper medical treatment.
How can one get cholera?
Drinking untreated or contaminated water. Eating foods with contaminated, dirty hands, or using utensils washed with untreated water. Eating uncovered foods that has been exposed to flies. Eating cold or leftover foods that have not been properly stored. Eating food sold on the streets. Eating fruits and vegetables that have not been washed.
How can we prevent cholera?
Treat your drinking water by boiling or using chlorine. Do not eat foods from the streets. Wash your hands with soap and treated water after using the toilet. Heat food before eating it. Cover all food to keep away flies. Use the toilet always. Avoid using containers or plastic bags for the disposal of fecal matter. Make sure all feces are disposed of in the toilet. Keep the toilet clean and covered.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health in conjunction with the Zambian National Public Health Institute.
Welcome back. We now continue with the news. Chief Chikwanda of the Bemba people in Pika district of Muchinga province has bemoaned the increase in divorce cases in his area. The chief attributed the rise in divorce cases to the loss of moral values among the people, which he feels could be addressed by adhering to national values and principles. He says that national values and principles guide the nation and Zambians to identify themselves as a people. The traditional leader was speaking when a team from the Department of National Guidance and Religious Affairs, led by the National Guidance Assistant Director Godfrey Kauma, visited his palace to share knowledge with him and his headmen on national values and principles. Chief Chikwanda observed that some human rights are being misused by people who are engaging in wrong activities deliberately in the name of human rights. Meanwhile, Mr. Kauma says the department is currently working on a document policy that will seek to address the main challenges that come as a result of lack of morals. He said the values and principles enshrined in the Constitution should be achieved through collaborative efforts in order to make Zambia a better place. Chief Nkweto Wachilinda Katalaklika of the Bemba people of Chinsali in Muchinga province has held President Hakainde Hichilema for committing to uphold the country's Christian values. Chief Nkweto has further thanked President Hichilema for taking the opportunity during the 32nd anniversary of Zambia's declaration as a Christian nation to clarify his administration's stance on homosexuality. Chief Nkweto has told Zanis in Lusaka in an interview that he is happy that President Hichilema came out strongly to condemn homosexuality, saying this has shamed some critics who allegedly accused the government of supporting homosexuality. The traditional leader said he is happy that 32 years ago, late President Frederick Chiluba declared Zambia as a Christian nation, and since then successive governments have supported and upheld the declaration. And Chief Nkweto has condemned tribal groupings hiding in the name of fostering development in their respective areas. Chief Nkweto said tribal groupings should not be encouraged as they have the potential to sow the seeds of division among the Zambian people. He encouraged people to rally behind President Hichilema's call for unity, peace and love among the Zambian people. Back to Eastern Province, the Drug Enforcement Commission DEC has urged the youths to refrain from the abuse of drugs during the festive season. Provincial Drug Enforcement Commission DEC Programs Officer Gertrude Chipeta warns that the rate at which youths abuse substance and alcohol abuse in some parts of the province is high and might get worse during this period. Ms. Chipetas was speaking in Navutika compound at a sensitization campaign held in collaboration with the Ministry of Health. Here is a report.
Substance abuse, especially during this festive season, has long-term negative effects that result in mental instability. In Chipata district of Eastern Province, the Drug Enforcement Commission DEC is collaborating with the Ministry of Health on a sensitization campaign in Magazine and Naftika compounds.
As Drug Enforcement Commission, we decided to celebrate the festive season together with the people in Magazine, and from Magazine we are going to move to Naftika. Why have we chosen these two places is because a lot of young people are abusing drugs in these places. And if you have seen here in Navutika where we are right now, just behind us, there's a woman that is brewing, as you saw it already, they're brewing cachasu there. So meaning a lot of young people will be abusing the same drug. So that is why we've come here so that we can educate the masses on the dangers of drug abuse and especially the smoke of cannabis. Here it is very rampant.
And the Ministry of Health states the dangers of substance abuse.
For school-going children, they like concentration at school due to the same behavior of abusing substances. Then the others, they are into depression and the other mental disorders due to alcohol use and substance abuse. So I find that every day we have cases of those children abusing alcohol and other substances. So it's a very big challenge, especially in Chipata, whereby young people abusing those alcohol, leading to mental disorders like anxiety and other substance-related disorders.
Meanwhile, some Magazine and Aftika residents have appreciated the initiative while calling for more programs of this nature.
This festive season is not all about drinking, smoking or doing harmful drugs, but what I can advise my fellow youths is that this season it's for family reunion, coming together, reflecting on what we've done this year and what we can do next year.
Hato Dimbani, Zanis News in Chipata District.
Still in Eastern Province, Chipata Central Constituents Member of Parliament, Muntolo Piri, has donated 10,000 kwacha cash towards the construction of the Reverend's house at the Reformed Church in Zambia, RCZ Chipata congregation. Speaking at the groundbreaking ceremony, Mr. Muntolo says the project is meant to benefit the future generations of reverends that will serve the church and communities. The RCZ Chipata congregation is fundraising to construct a new house to replace the dilapidated old house built more than 120 years ago. Details in the following report.
This house is over 120 years old and is residence for a reverend at the Reformed Church in Zambia Chipata congregation. The house is in a bad state and therefore the church has embarked on a fundraising venture to construct a new one. In this regard, Chipata Central Constituency Member of Parliament Mtolo Piri has donated 10,000 kwacha towards the construction of the Reverend's house during a groundbreaking ceremony.
A good planter ni ujabyala mtengo uziva kuti saza dyako chipaso cha mtengo. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of our congregation, honored guests and beloved community, it is with immense joy and gratitude that I stand before you today to celebrate a significant milestone in the life of our church, the groundbreaking ceremony of the man's project. This endeavor has been a labor of love, a testament to our shared commitment to creating a sacred space that reflects the warmth and hospitality of our faith. As we gather here in this sacred space, we are not only honoring the past by looking at that structure, 120 years, all the people who built that thing and cannot be with us, they are all gone. So we're not looking just into the past, but we're also looking into the future. A future that holds the promise of continued growth, unity, and spiritual prosperity for our congregation.
And Reformed Church in Zambia, Chipata Congregation Reverend Joram Munyuki implored stakeholders and congregants to contribute towards the project.
Let's do this together to the glory of God. I also want to take this opportunity to inform the gathering that this structure that we are building here is going to be a 4-bedroom house, which is also going to have other facilities such as a study room, maybe a TV room, and a laundry. It will cost nearly between 1.5 million and 2 million, depending on the behavior of our kwacha versus dollar.
And finally, in the news, Green Buffaloes Karate Club has scooped this year's Kabwe Open Karate Championship after beating Green Eagles Club at a tournament held at Kwame Nkrumah University. The Kabwe Open Karate Championship was organized by the World Shotokan Karate Federation that saw 6 teams from Lusaka and Kabwe participating in the competition. And Alex Mukuka now reports.
The tournament attracted both men and women of different age groups. Even young karatekas as young as 6 years old took part in the event. And speaking area Provincial Sports Advisory Committee Chairperson James Kapansa, who officiated the event, welcomed the participants and encouraged them to exhibit a good performance.
The minister has emphasized that we will support every sport. So on behalf of the Ministry of Youth, Sport and Arts, please, I'm begging you that you continue with this same spirit, because that's what government is actually talking about.
Green Buffaloes Karate Club head coach Joseph Kasweka says the tournament is meant to prepare the team for the All African Games to be held next year in Ghana.
That's why we're also working hand to all clubs in Lusaka, so that by next year, as we are preparing All Africa Game, we need to bring the glory to Zambia, especially medals. For that, I can promise karate in Zambia, we are doing fine. I know next year we have to bring medals for African Games.
Green Buffaloes coach Handru Mbango has thanked the Zambia Army Commandant for its support.
We have scooped the first position in committee, that's plus 67 kg. We have scooped first position in juniors, that is negative 61 kg. And we have scooped the first position in group kata. Although we had challenge here, we didn't have much, so you didn't see the full cream of group kata, whereby there was no bunker. Very interesting part.
The karate teams showcased their martial arts skills in both individual and group katas, as well as the committee.
More than 6 clubs participated in this karate tournament, which was held at Kwame Nkrumah University in Kabwe. Reporting for Zanis in Kabwe, I am Alex Mukuka.
That report brings us to the end of the news, but before we finish, a recap of stories making headlines. A small business to receive government support. Government to distribute over 4,700 bags of maize to hunger-hit Chama district. Tomato farmers urged to abandon pour for stews in tomato farming. Plus, Green Buffaloes crowned Kabwe Open Karate champions. That is all we had for you from Zanis News Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been Margaret Kangwa. Enjoy the rest of our programming. Stay tuned.